Demonstrators took to the Arkansas state capitol urging Governor Asa Hutchinson to oppose legislation similar to the Religious Freedom Act signed into law in Indiana. He's already said he'd sign it if it reaches his desk. This protester said she expects the proposed Arkansas law will lead to company boycotts of her state.
The Republicans that are for this and for religion, I really think that it is going to affect the bottom line, the state's dollars, and that's when they're going to take notice. Like
the new Indiana law, the Arkansas law would allow religious minorities like Christian wedding vendors to defend their conscience rights in court. Leftists have portrayed it as nothing more than a vehicle for discrimination. The governor pushed back against that view in a Tuesday morning press conference.
The Religious Freedom Restoration Act in Indiana does not give anyone the right to deny services to anyone in this state. It is simply a balancing test.
But Pence acknowledged that many don't see the new law this way. And so he called for new legislation that would make clear that Hoosier businesses do not have a blanket right to refuse service. Other states are considering religious freedom restoration acts of their own. They include Texas, Georgia, and North Carolina. However, support in North Carolina stalled as corporate CEOs expressed concern in meetings with state officials.
Most of them want to say take a very slow course toward it if you do it, and certainly don't go in the direction that Indiana did verbatim with their bill.
Although the firestorm over Indiana's law is new, the legislation is not. It's modeled after a federal law and similar laws in other states.
This is nothing new, and the reaction has been completely overblown. Christians don't leave their beliefs in the church, so if you're a wedding cake baker, a florist, a videographer, you should not be compelled to use your artistic skills to support the redefinition of marriage by taking part in a ceremony.
And some potential Republican presidential candidates agree. Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush said Pence did the right thing and is simply allowing people of faith the space to be able to express their beliefs. Former Texas Governor Rick Perry said religious freedom is worth protecting. And former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee wondered why there were no protests when President Clinton signed similar federal legislation in 1993. Huckabee told Newsmax, "The substance of these laws has not changed. What has changed is the anger, deception, and intolerance of those on the left who assault our religious liberties." Gary Lane, CBN News.